Prasan is going to talk to you about applications to Oxford first, and then after that, Krutoo is going to talk to you about applications to Ivy League universities. Okay, so I think the whole session is going to take about 1 hour. So don't forget to make any notes of any questions that you may want to ask at the end of the talks.
Thank you. Alright, so my talk is going to be how to prepare yourself to get into Oxford and other top UK universities. Yeah, so all of you, are you clear on what Oxford is? It's Oxford and Cambridge and other top universities. Yeah, so any of you have a goal to go to Cambridge and Oxford? Yeah? And you're in, what grade are you in? 10? Alright, so you better, get your gear, like, really, like, ready. Yeah? And do you know, like, what steps you need to take? And to prepare yourself? Alright, okay, that's good. So, today I'm going to, equip you with all the information. Okay, first to get you a little bit, a little bit more excited, these are pictures from Oxford and Cambridge. They're amazingly beautiful. So, first, okay, I would like to tell you a little bit about the system of how to get into the university in UK. So we'll focus on the right side because this is the UK system. So you need to start preparing yourself quite early on because you cannot wait. Because you have up till grade 12, right? Before you finish. And then you cannot think that you can, just like, prepare yourself like in the last year because that won't be like soon enough. And that won't give you like a good chance to get into these good universities. So, because the point that you need to apply is the start of grade 12. So that's like the beginning of the last year. So that means you need to prepare way before that. Because the application process starts the beginning of the last year. So you cannot wait and then say, well, I have the whole year, to go, and then I need to, be ready, until, well, halfway through. No. So, and the system in the UK is that you apply once. And you could choose 5 universities. So you cannot choose more than that. So you need to be quite certain like which universities you would like to go. And the special thing about Oxford and Cambridge is that you can only apply to one. Like, so you cannot choose both Cambridge and Oxford because both of them are, considered the best in the world. So if you apply to Oxford, then you cannot apply to Cambridge. So you need to make up your mind beforehand. Yeah, and then you could choose 4 other universities. And you apply to one place, like it's called UCAS. It's like an organization. So you send everything to UCAS, and then it will arrange everything for you. So you did it once, and then you would go through 5 universities. Yeah? And the thing about the UK is that we've been talking about before is that the UK system is a system that wants you to know before, like what is your passion, what is your specific field you would like to go into. So that involved, their career testing and discovering yourself beforehand. So the the field that you are going to apply is going to be one field. Let's say you cannot apply to architecture and then to finance. You know, in these 5 universities, it has to be their single field. Let's say like international business and marketing is okay, but then it's not like you could apply to architecture and then psychology. So you need to be pretty sure it's a little bit different from American system. Yeah, and so I'll talk about the British system first, and then you could go into IB so you could see like a little bit of comparison. And so what you need in the British system is that the predicted result, like what I said, is the same as in British and in IB system, that you don't apply to these universities with your real exam results, because that's not going to be in time, because you take the exam at the end of grade 12, right? So you the application is sent away before that. So the beginning of grade 12 or year 13, like at school, you would take, you know, like a mock exam, and then the teacher would like evaluate like how well they think you are going to do, and then they would give you the predicted results, and that is what going to be sent to the universities. That is what going to be judged. Like the university will judge, you know, like whether you're, you know, good enough for the university, like based on that. So that means you need to do really well on mock exams so that, you know, the teachers would give you good results. And plus, I think we talked about it earlier, that there's some variation in the predicted results, that sometimes, you know, the teachers could like underestimate you or overestimate you. So either way, you need to do like extremely best on it, so that, you know, you would have like the maximum chance of getting the best predicted results. And so that is going to be sent to the universities. And then I think like some of you may have like a question in mind, like what do the real results mean, right? Because, you know, you use a predicted grade. So the offer would be back to you, but then it would mostly be like conditional offer. So you would say, okay, once you get this grade, like let's say your predicted grade is like in our British system, let's say it's 3 to 4 A stars. Then let's say you give the predicted grade as your application. Let's say you get 3 A's and then 1 B, let's say, and then the offer will come out that you need to get to that predicted result in your real exam in order to get it. You know, so it's not that after your mock exam then you could just like, well, you know, I got, you know, the result sent, and then you could just chill. But it's not, it doesn't work like that. So you need to get to that predicted result in your real exam as well, yeah, in order to get into the university you got an offer from. Mm-hmm. And more than that, then you need the end of year results from the year 12. So in like British curriculum, you need like the end of year exam. Then that result is going to be sent as well as part of the application. And GCSE exam, that in the British system you take like 8 to 10 subject or 9 to 10 subject. So that is going to be sent as well. And to get into Oxbridge, out of 8 to 10 subjects, you need to get 6 to 8 stars. So it's going to be changed next year. Like it's going to be divided into band, like 1 to 9. But up until like currently, you need 6 to 8 A stars. So you could see how competitive it is. But it's not impossible if you plan yourself. You could see like this come like way down, like 3 or 4 years before. So let's say if you prepare yourself well enough, then you could get that quite like, you know, reasonably easy. Like if you work hard enough and you know the goal, like if you know now that you need to get how many A's, how many B's, then it's quite achievable. And moreover, you need personal statement. So what is personal statement? So basically, it's the writing about normally about 1 page, one like A4. You need to say why you would like to get into like a specific field. So basically, you need to write how your experience in the past have affected you to want to be, a certain like profession. Like let's say you want to be an engineer, so you could put in like your passion, like like when you were young, you enjoyed building Legos or whatever, and it is still a part of you today to love building things, and you could put that into it, and then you could put work experience into it. So it's quite important to have work experience. So it would make your application stronger. So let's say if you know your passion, then to convince the universities that is your true passion, you need to have some work experience. Let's say you want to be an engineer, and then you have done some I don't know, like a summer programs or something like that, or internships at the companies, engineering companies, and at the end of it, you got something out, and then you extracted it into a few lines to say this is what your experiences had taught you, and it made you even more convinced that you want to become like an engineer. And the universities will know, oh well, it's not just like your thought in your mind that you want to be an engineer. You actually had a real hands-on experience on it, and you still want to be it. Then it's likely to be your real passion. And moreover, then you could do more research on it, like the latest, let's say like the latest, discovery or innovation in the field, and then it could be an inspiration, to you, and then put into it to make the whole personal essay like really strong. It's a chance that you get to be different from other people, because it's not just a grade. It's one blank paper that you get to fill in your individuality. Like you get to say who you are. You get to impress the universities like in 1 page. So it's unique in all the application, and it has to stand out. So it has to be really strong. It has to be really passionate. It has to be very convincing that you are determined to be this. You were born to be this, and because of all experiences that you've been through, that you need to be this, and you are willing to work hard for it. Yeah. And then you need references. And those of you who would like to be like a doctor, are any of you planning to be a doctor, or like law, or you're not sure? Then you need to find out pretty soon. Yeah, we have the booth like in the main auditorium who does the career testing. If any of you still don't know which area you are going into that, because that helps a lot. And it helps you to go into the right direction. Yeah, and those of you who would like to be like doctors or lawyers, you need to take like extra tests, no matter what system you are from. Like if you're from British, or you are from American, or you are from IB system, you need to take extra tests. Example of this is like BMAT or UKCAT, the extra test for applying like medicine. So there's no course in school, so you need to prepare like soon enough. There would be books you could buy, and then you could practice it. It tests the suitability for you to pursue a certain career. It's like if you were born to be a doctor, you were born to be lawyers because it's quite sensitive. Like if you are a doctor because like you want to make money, then you're probably not going to be a good doctor. So they need to have these extra tests. And like LNet is for those who would like to be lawyers. So you need to know in advance to be able to prepare for the test and to be able to do well on the test. And these are not taught in any other school, so it has to be from the inside. And because it really matures, if you shoot to be certain professions. And the really important one is interview. Yeah, the interview is really important because they could tell, the passionate people apart from people who do not prepare well. So if you are passionate about the field you are going into, then it will show in the interview. Let's say if you apply in the literature field, right, and you talk about the book in your personal statement. That's the way they got to know you in the beginning, right, before the interview. From your personal statement. Let's say if you wrote something about one book, then it's likely that during the interview it would come up. And then the way you talk about it, the way you show your critical thinking, your passion toward it, that is going to count a lot. So you need to make sure that whatever you put in the personal statement, it has to be true. And it has to be something you truly care about and what you truly love. So you could talk about it with the inner motivation, and that will set you apart from the rest of the candidates, and that will give you a higher chance. And then okay. And the difference of the Oxford application that is unique from other universities is that it has a college system. That means that when you apply, you could. Any of you know you want to apply to Oxford or Cambridge, right? Right. So do you know that it has a college system? Do you know that it has a college system? Not really. All right, okay. So both Oxford and Cambridge, there are many different colleges. Let's say Cambridge, it has King's College or Davies College, and different colleges. But all the colleges combine together to be a university. And so when you go there and you live in a dorm, it's based on the college, and then it's the activity you do. So it's eating, you go to the cafeteria of the college. But then when you study, then you study together. So when you apply, you need to specify the college that you would like to go into. So you need to do a little bit of the research before, what college would you like to go into, or you have the choice to be open. So that means if you get accepted into the university will assign you the college that you will get into. So there are two options. Yeah, or it's possible that when you get into the university, let's say you get into Cambridge, but you don't get into the college that you would like. Let's say if Christchurch College doesn't take you, then they would leave your application in the pool. So other colleges could take a look as well. And let's say Clare College decides that it wants to take you, then that's possible too. Let's say you apply for Christchurch, but you could get accepted into Clare's College. Yeah. So this is the map of Oxford. So you can see these are all different colleges. So it's they're all scattered in their town of Oxford. So these are all Oxford, and then it's just scattered. So it's it's all over. This one is Christchurch, and there's Clare's. So, and it's pretty huge. So, when you walk around Oxford and Cambridge, then you tend to, bump into like one college, and then you walk a little bit more, then another college is there. Yeah, so it's pretty unique, and it has like its own tradition, and it would be like quite an amazing experience. And now to get into IB diploma, like what exactly you need to do to get into Oxbridge. So you know that IB diploma, like the total score is 45, right? So you do 3 higher level subjects and 3 standard level subjects, right? So these subjects, the score is 7 each. So all together for just for the subjects is 42. Like the maximum points is 42. And plus you do TOK, right? And then you do EE, extended essay that she mentioned earlier. So these two combine to make up 3. So the maximum IB diploma points is 45. What do you think Oxbridge wants? 45. Wow, that's like maximum. Well, they're a little bit like kind about that. So
38 for Oxford, Cambridge is 40, 41.
Yeah, so like let's make it, really, really like to maximize your chance. So say 42. Okay. So 42. So but it varies. It depends on each individual as well, like on like other factors. But 42 would guarantee you the interview. So that means if you get 42, then you would definitely get to the interview round. But then it's possible as well that you could get accepted with like 40 or 41 or 39, but 42 would guarantee an interview. So with the requirements, that higher level subjects need to be 7, 7, and 6. And the rest is TOK, extended essay, and standard level subjects, and CAS, you need to pass CAS as well. Yeah. So, it's Krutoo mentioned before that, there were some people, actually like achieve 45. So, if you prepare like really well, and if it's the field that you would like to get into it, then you would work, hard and you would be like perseverant toward it, right? But it's worth it, right? Yeah. And yeah, so that are the requirements. And yeah, so you have any questions? No. No. So you now know, right, what you need to do. Then you can set the goal, and then you need to, okay, when you look at this, it may sound like really difficult or really hard, but let's break it into like smaller steps. Like first, let's see if you know which direction you would like to get into. Yeah, if you kind of know, but then you're not so like certain, then expose yourself, in the area, and to get like the specific domain that you really want to get into. Then do more research on the field, like on like that specific field, to be really educated in the field, like to set yourself apart, and then you have the goal that you need to get to. Then you see like if you have to weak in certain subjects or in certain areas, then you get fixed on that. You get some help, and once you know what you need to do, then you just work really hard, and then have fun studying, and you get there. All right, okay. So any questions? No, you sure? Okay, if you can think of anything later, then just come and ask me at the end of the talk. All right, okay. That's this for today. Thank you.